Niharika, you're not audible.
Hello?
Yeah, you're audible now.
Oh, okay. So sorry. I was actually on mute. I didn't realize. Anyways, I hope everybody is able to hear me. Whoever has joined us today, thank you so much, first of all, for joining us on Naukri Learning's live webinar. And our topic for discussion is for today is going to be how to get your first job in SEO. So the role of a search engine optimization expert is quite in demand these days. But getting a job doesn't only mean that taking online courses or trainings. You need to prove to companies that you can apply what you've learned in theory, and you can apply it in your job, a day-to-day job. And in keeping this in mind, in our talk today, we'll cover the basics or fundamentals of how to get your job in SEO, what kind of projects you can do, how you can showcase your skills in your resume, and how to choose the right role for you, so to say. So it's a great pleasure for me to welcome Kundan. So Kundan Kumar is the speaker for today, and he has over 10 years of experience into digital marketing, spanning across industries like e-commerce, travel, real estate, e-learning, and more. He's currently the senior manager of online marketing at InfoEdge India Limited. And as you all know, we'll be taking your questions at the end of the presentation. So don't forget to post in your questions in the live chat box that you have. So without any further delay, let's get started. Over to you, Kundan.
Yeah, thanks, Niharika. And thanks for the intro and thanks to have me here. Hello, everyone. I welcome you all to this webinar. In today's session, we will discuss how to get your first job in SEO. So let's begin. Today's agenda is how to showcase your skills on your resume. What projects should you be doing before getting a job? Choosing an agency or an in-house role, which one is better? And top tools and latest trend you should know. So let's begin. Our first topic is how to showcase your skills on your resume. So basically, your resume should be very, very presentable. Then only it will attract the attention of the recruiter. So how you should start your resume? Your resume summary should be very objective. You should highlight your skills and what you have done. Since you are looking for first job in SEO, so you must be fresher or you must be working in some other role and you want to switch to SEO. So you can highlight if you are having some experience, you have done some projects, you have learned something which you want to highlight in your SEO resume summary, you can highlight that. Then you should add your SEO skills. Like SEO is quite a complicated thing. You need to work on technical front also. You need to do content marketing also. Some copywriting and editing. Some programming skills is also required. You need to understand basic HTML, CSS. You should highlight your SEO skills in your resume. Then SEO tools and plugin. So in SEO audit and SEO activities, a lot of tools and plugins are very much required, and every SEO uses it on daily basis. So you need to highlight those tools and plugin in your resume. Since SEO is not an independent role, so you need to communicate with a lot of people, a lot of team. So you should have some soft skill as well. So how you communicate people, how good team player you are, how you do work in coordination with other people, other team. You need to highlight your soft skill also in your resume. Then if you are having some relevant SEO education or qualification, like if you have done some online courses or offline courses, then you can add those in your resume also. You can add some certifications also, like a lot of SEO certifications are available in the market. Like Google itself is providing a lot of certification to almost most of the certifications are free. So you must do some of the certifications, and you should add those certifications in your resume. And last but not the least, proof of constant learning and utilizing new SEO techniques. So whatever is trending in the industry, you should be aware of that, and you must add those skills in your resume. So once your resume is ready, then what kind of project you should be doing before getting a job in SEO? Like once you are having a basic knowledge, or you are having a theoretical knowledge of SEO, then how you should be doing like practical knowledge of your theoretical information, theoretical skills. So website reports. Website reporting is a very crucial work, and by doing this particular report thing, you can get to know which website is performing how well, and how much organic traffic that website is getting, what is the keyword ranking, and how many backlinks that particular website is having. So a website report can give you a complete idea how that particular website is performing in terms of organic traffic. So you need to do website reporting. So as a project wise, you can select any website of your choice, of your domain, of your industry, and you can run some reports. You can analyze that website in terms of organic traffic, in terms of how many keywords that particular website is targeting, how many keywords are doing pretty well for that particular website, what is the ranking status of that website. Then website audit. So audit is the very crucial and technical part of any website. So SEO starts with the technical audit. So you need to do a technical audit of a website. In technical audit, you can do a lot of stuff like on-page audit, technical error, bugs detection, and a lot of other things also. Then keyword research. Keyword research is very, SEO starts with keyword research only. So until unless you are not having a good experience in keyword research, you won't be able to optimize your page, optimize your content. So keyword research is also very important. Then once you are having a set of relevant keyword for your website or your web page, then you can start with content optimizations. Then you can do some projects on local SEO strategy. Local SEO strategy is basically, if you are targeting any website for any particular locality or particular area, then you need to optimize your website for local searches. Then blog post, like content is a integrated part of any SEO. So you must be aware of how content is being published. Sometime you will have to edit the content from a content management system, CMS tool. So you must be aware of WordPress or Joomla or etc. Like you can create some random blog for your own learning as a project in WordPress, and you can publish your own blog. You can optimize your blog. It's all free. You don't need to buy anything, or you don't need to pay anything. You can just create a WordPress blog. You can optimize your content. You can publish your blog. You can do keyword research. Everything you can do with your WordPress blog. That will be a separate website kind of thing, and you can do all the experiments, and you can implement all your learnings there. So before doing any project, there will be some common questions, common SEO project questions, like what are the SEO techniques and tools? Suppose you are going to do a SEO project, then you have selected a website and you want to optimize that website. So what kind of technique and tool you will use for that particular website? There will be different tools available in the market. A lot of free tools are also available. A lot of paid tools are also available. So how you will create, how you will make your strategy to optimize any particular website? So some techniques and tool would be required. You need to select what kind of tool is and techniques are required to optimize this particular website. The next question will be, what are the different types of SEO? So when you are planning to optimize any website, what different type of SEO activities are required. Like if website is having some technical issue, then you will have to fix that. If websites on page is not optimized, then you will have to make a strategy to optimize on page optimization. Similarly, you will have to optimize that for off page also. You need to create a good backlink strategy also, right? Then the next question will come in your mind, like how can I start a SEO at home? So is it really required that if you are picking any project for your learning, for your practical skill development, then can you start that SEO activity at your home? The answer is yes, you can. Because if you are doing some project, you just need a internet, you just need a device, and you can start working on your SEO front. If you are having all the theoretical knowledge, you can start doing practical at your home only. Then next question will be, what are the types of SEO content? So if when we talk about SEO content, there are several types of contents available, like normal text content, some video content, image is also content type, then web stories are there, then infographics are there. What kind of content you want to use in your website? What kind of content is doing well? What analysis you have done in terms of like your SEO learnings and the skill you have acquired? So these are the basic questions. Now we will move to the next segment, like choosing an agency or in-house role, how to make a right choice. Here, we suppose that you are having the theoretical knowledge, you've done some projects and you are having a practical knowledge of SEO also. Now, this is the time to choose a company, like you want to go in a in-house role or you want to join any agency. This is a very tricky question, and it's not like it will vary from person to person. One person may want to join an agency and another may want to join in-house. So I'll discuss some of the benefits of both agency and in-house so that you can take your call to join whether agency is good or in-house is good. Let's suppose you are getting hired in an in-house SEO team. What benefits you will get? In in-house team, you will have a direct access to internal team. As I discussed in my previous slide, that SEO is not a independent job. You will have to communicate with a lot of people, lot of teams. Here you need to communicate with the product, you need to communicate with tech, content, marketing, and maybe other teams as well. So you will have a direct access to internal teams if you are working in-house. And since you are working with a lot of teams, a lot of people, so you will have an internal visibility also. In-house teams, normally a company chooses in-house team when there is a complex website, there is a big website. So when you are working in an in-house team, you will get a chance to work on a website where there is a big website, complex SEO issues. So deep knowledge of any website you can get in if you are working in an in-house team. You will have a direct involvement in SEO project, both strategy and implementation. Since you are working in a in-house company, you are having a complete access of the entire product. So you can make a SEO project strategy and you can get involved in implementation execution also. Next, direct access to all reports and insights. You will have all the reports and insights access. You can make a data-driven decision making in your SEO effort. So next will be more focus and time to understand the product, solve complex problems. In-house teams, basically you will get this advantage when you are working on a big website where there is a millions of pages on the website. There is complex SEO problems to handle. You need to deal with a lot of technical stuff, a lot of on-page optimization issues, a lot of errors and bugs. You need to solve those problems. So you will get a lot of time and you can focus, basically. You can focus on one product to understand it properly and solve complex problems. Next is you can experiment and evaluate results. So whatever SEO projects you have planned, whatever strategy you worked upon and implementation is done, then you can do a lot of experiments and evaluate your results also. if you're working in in-house team. Next is get an opportunity to work on large website with complex SEO. So if suppose you are working on any e-commerce site or any travel site, right, or any job portal, so there will be a huge number of pages. You need to optimize them, you need to monitor them, you need to do hygiene fixes. So you will get the opportunity to work on large website if you are working in in-house SEO team. Now let's suppose you are getting hired in an agency, then what benefit you will get? In agency, there will be a deeper bench, like group of expert you can brainstorm with, or you can ask for advice, because in agency usually there are a huge number of people, huge number of teams, so you can coordinate with multiple people, you can take advice, you can share your thoughts, so you can have a lot of discussions with many people in that agency. You will have to handle multiple accounts, so you will get a multi-domain experience. Like if you are working in an agency, like let's suppose in agency you are doing you are dealing with 10 projects, and you are having 10 clients from different domains, then you will get to work on multiple domains. So domain exposure will be there, multiple accounts you can handle. Then strong SEO reporting. If you are working in an agency, then your reporting will become very strong, because you are dealing with multiple clients and there will be multiple requirements from the clients. So on the basis of requirement, you need to present your report. So reporting part, you can think of like a much strong reporting part if you're working with an agency. Then multiple client communication and meetings. Let's suppose if you're working in an agency which is having 50 clients, and out of 50 you are handling 10 clients. So you will have to meet with a lot of clients, maybe personally, maybe over phone, maybe sometimes outside the office. So you will have a lot of client communication, a lot of meetings. And by communicating with a lot of client, by having a meeting with your client, your interpersonal skill development will be there. You will meet a lot of people, people from different industries. So there will be a interpersonal skill development also. Multiple industry domain work exposure. As I said earlier, that if you're working in agency and you are handling 5 account, or let's suppose 10 account, and some of them are from entertainment, some are from e-commerce, some are from real estate, then you will get a multiple industry work exposure and domain exposure, and good connections. So working in agency will get you benefit of having a lot of good connections from different organization, from different location, from different background of people. So you can make some good connections if you're working in agency. Now we will move to next part, which are the top tools and latest SEO trends you should know. See, if you are working in SEO industry, if you are a good SEO, then there will be a lot of tools and techniques you need to use on your daily basis. Some of the top tools are there, like Google itself is having a lot of tools which are helping SEO a lot, like Google Search Console will be one, Google Analytics for reporting, Google Keyword Planner for keyword research, Google Trends for understanding the keyword trend. SEMrush is also one of the most helpful tool for SEO. Moj is there, Screaming Frog you can use for auditing a website. Ahref is also there for backlink audit. And along with these tools, you should have hands-on experience in spreadsheet also. Like you should be well aware of Microsoft Excel, Word, maybe a PPT also, Google Sheets also. You will have to do a lot of work in Excel. So you should have a hands-on experience in Excel also. Good knowledge of HTML, CMS, and JavaScript is required. Sometimes you will have to do some changes in HTML. Sometimes you will have to audit your HTML of the website. So knowledge of basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript is required. Then reporting. For reporting, most of the website is using like Google Analytics and Google Data Studio. So if you are having good knowledge of Google Analytics, it will help you a lot in data-driven decision making. You can take right decision. in your SEO strategy. Now I'll discuss some of the latest SEO trend. Like, it's a very trending industry. Actually, it's evolving day by day. So you need to be aware of what latest trend is going on in the industry, what update Google is coming up. Like, artificial intelligence will play a larger role in SEO. So a lot of things are getting automated. So you need to be aware of what you can automate. Let's suppose if you are working on a website where website is big and you cannot monitor every page of the website manually, so you need to do some automation. So artificial intelligence in content optimization, in SEO task and projects, you will need to be aware of that. Voice search will be next. Like, a lot of people are searching on Google, like with voice search. So voice search will be a next thing. Most probably in next a couple of years, voice search will be very prominent in Google search. So you should be aware of voice search, how you can optimize your web pages for voice search. Then mobile friendliness will impact search ranking. Like, lot of people are coming on mobile, and in our day-to-day activity also, we just go on mobile and search anything on Google. So how your website is ranking on mobile devices will help a lot to get traffic from Google. Then content that fulfills the Google EAT principle will rank higher. Long-term content format is also a very important part of SEO, and there is always a scope for, if you are having a good content, then your rank on Google will be always higher. Featured snippet will become more prominent. Like, a lot of schemas are in place now, and you can optimize your website with multiple types of schema. And once you are having all those schema, then chances of getting featured in featured snippet of Google, like on Google search, will be higher. An effective SEO strategy will need to include video. Like, a lot of video content are everywhere on the internet. So if you want to engage your user, if you want to get additional user, you're working on some acquisition part, then video can help you a lot. Next will be image optimization will play a larger role in search. So going forward, image search, image like result display in Google search will be very prominent. And if you are optimizing your website for image, then it will help a lot. Then local search listing will play a larger role in SEO strategies. Let's suppose if you are targeting any website for any locality or any reason, then you will have to optimize your website for that particular locality, and local search will be very prominent. If you are searching for any query, like Domino's near me, that is a query which is based on location. So you need to optimize such queries in that way, so that your website can rank in local search. Then data and analytics should become your priority if you want to remain ahead in rankings. So it is always there. It's always a latest thing. Like, data and analytics, you need to be aware of, and you need to utilize your data analysis in your SEO strategy. So this was all about our today's session. Now we can move forward to Q&A session. Niharika, over to you.
Okay, so we do have a few questions, and for others watching, I think we can have more questions answered. However many questions are answered, it will probably help other people as well. So the first question is that how to start a career in SEO. Someone has asked that if you can guide step by step. So this is also similar to one of the questions that we had when people registered, that how can a fresher begin a career in SEO? What are the skills they should pick up, and how much time does it usually take to learn SEO before they can go for a job?
Okay. So how much time it will take, it totally depends how enthusiastic you are. Like, if for theoretical knowledge, hardly it will take 3 to 5 months to learn everything. You can refer Google Docs, you can refer some blogs, you can take some online courses. A lot of courses are free. So by learning all these stuff online, you can be a theoretical expert in SEO. But until unless you are not having a practical knowledge, you won't get any job. So practical knowledge is very important. So what I would recommend, if you are having all the basics of SEO, basic theoretical knowledge, you should start doing some projects. You can select any website, you can create your own blog, you can do a lot of reporting, and you can analyze any website using any online tool, or you can do some manual audit, some automation. And once you are having hands-on experience in SEO with your practical knowledge, and you have done some projects, you have audited some website, you are having a complete insights and analysis of any particular website. Let's suppose if any you are going for any interview, and interview is giving you a website to audit, then you should be aware of a complete auditing of that website. You should give a complete analysis, what traffic that website is getting, where the weakest area in this website, what is the strong areas in the website. So until unless you are not having all these information, you won't get a good job. So try to focus on theoretical learning first, and once you are aware of all the basics, and you are completed with the theoretical knowledge, start doing some practical activities.
Okay, so that actually brings me to the next question that someone has just asked. Would you recommend any course from your end? Like, are there any particular free courses or maybe paid courses which can help someone who is a beginner?
Yeah, there are a lot of courses available. It totally depends upon you. If you are reading Google guidelines itself, Google document itself, then it will give you all the knowledge. Still, if you want to take some courses, you can go on YouTube. You can search a lot of videos on SEO. You can explore online courses also. Most of them are free, so you don't need to pay anything. You can explore as much as possible, and whatever content is available, you can consume that.
Okay. One question is from Kanchan. I'm not very clear of what her question is, but I think she's asking that if someone wants a job, then what can they do? There is also another question that was asked at the time of registration, that how to crack interviews. So maybe if you could throw some light on that.
Yeah, sure. See, it's a very good question actually. So let's suppose if you're a fresher and if you're looking your first job in SEO. So what could be the ways? There will be ways basically. First will be, you can apply for internship in any organization. Right now, a lot of organization is having a lot of open position for internship. You can go for internship. You can there you will get a hands-on experience, practical experience, and after having 3 to 6 months of experience, you can go for next. Either you can continue with that particular organization, you can look for another. So that is one way. Second way, if you are a complete fresher, and if you're having all the basic knowledge, theoretical knowledge, if you have done a lot of practical uh, things also for auditing and website, you are having all the skills to get a job, you can apply directly for your role which you think you are compatible with. So there are a lot of openings in the market, because this particular industry is growing, and nowadays especially after COVID, online business need SEO. So there will be a lot of openings there. You don't need to worry. You simply can, if you are having knowledge, you simply can apply for job. And if you can answer the basic questions, your concept is clear, then you can crack the job. There won't be an issue.
Okay, we are getting more questions. So this has come repeatedly. What about the salary structure for someone who is a beginner? Average salaries in the industry?
It totally depends, because in this industry you will see the people like having a lot of experience and getting less salary, and sometimes you will see like having less experience and getting high salary. So it totally depends upon what you are doing, how much experience you are having, how much knowledge you are having. So once you are having SEO basics clear, or maybe advanced SEO, whatever you call it, and you are having a experience, practical experience matters a lot. If you're working on complex website, bigger website, and then you can demand anything. So there is no bar for the right candidate. The average salary starts with 3 to 4 lakhs for a fresher, like 0 to 3 years of experience.
Okay. Okay, so thanks for the positive comment, Chandan. Chandan has commented that it's a very informative session. Utkarsha asked that I have 6 months of experience. Can you please share any tips for taking freelancing projects? So, any tips for people who want to work from home on freelancing projects?
Yeah, the logic remains the same. If you want to do some freelancing, you can register yourself on freelance platform like Upwork, like Fiverr. You can register yourself, you can highlight your skills, you can create a good profile. Since you are working as a SEO, so you should be aware of how you can optimize your profile. Once your profile is optimized, you will start getting projects. And if you are giving them a result, then again there will be huge opportunity there.
Okay, we are getting a lot of other questions. So, what basic skills one has to have to approach for internships?
uh it's like you can go through Google document, you can read a lot of blogs from search engine land. Basically, I would recommend go with the Google SEO guidelines, Google SEO blog, and you will get a lot of information there. And once you will go through all the information, all the content, you will get the confidence.
Okay. How can you get practical experience while being at home? Any any
Yeah,
additional
though
tips?
I already have explained this,
Huh.
but I'll highlight it again. Like, see, if you are having a SEO is something like you can do practice with, you can select any website of your choice, and you can understand how what is the functionality of website, how good the navigation is, how that particular website is helping user, how how is the user experience of that website. By doing such analysis, you will get to know that how it is doing well or not. So you can do all these activities at your home only. You don't need to go anywhere, you don't need to join any institute, you don't need to ask anyone. Just with the use of simply internet and your laptop, you can do all these things.
Mm. Okay. There is one more question that I would like to address. So a lot of people, take up SEO trainings or online courses, but after that, they still find it difficult to take up a job or to, sort of crack any interviews. Any advice for them?
Basically, what happens is there are huge number of people who are into this industry. So filtering out a right candidate is very difficult work nowadays. Similarly, for candidate also, if you are really very much interested in this particular role, then instead of just theoretical knowledge, you should deep dive into practical uh, knowledge also. You should do some certifications also, so that it will give you a good impression. If you are sitting in any interview, and if you are having some certification from some authentic platforms, then it will give you some additional highlights. And if you are having some certifications, you have done a lot of practices, then automatically you will crack the interview.
Okay. Okay, so there's just one last question that I can take up since we are running short of time. Is it necessary that one must be a graduate for getting a job? I think so. That's just
No,
one
there
last
is
question. Yeah.
no such
Can you
qualification
hear me?
criteria. Your voice is breaking.
Okay. 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 Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. Okay. So you said that there's no qualification criteria as such. I mean, you can pick up the skill and then like
Yeah,
go for a job. Yeah.
go
Right.
for a job.
Okay. 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 With this, I think we can conclude the session because like we've we've already answered a lot, many questions. And also, if there are more questions, this video would be available on Naukri Learning's YouTube channel. You can post in questions in the comment box, and we'll try to get back to you. And once again, thank you so much, Kundan, for coming on board and taking this session. I think people did benefit from this. And thank you so much. And also thanks a lot for everyone who joined today. Please do subscribe to Naukri Learning's YouTube channel, because we would be having more such learning content in future.
Yeah, thanks Niharika. Thanks to have me here. And thanks everyone for watching. I hope this session will help you a lot to crack your first job in SEO.
Correct. Thanks so much. All right.
Thanks.